knows that he's married. I can't understand why a woman would give a man food to take home. Like, I don't, there's something that I just couldn't understand. I was like, this is like, it's very weird. Why, like, what is he supposed to do? Is my husband supposed to eat the food while the food I cook, me and my kids eat, and then he eats your food? And I asked him what happened, and then he started telling me. So
that was the moment when I really looked at what was being sent to me,
like,
that I had paid for,
out of me.
and I was like, what is this? Someone is trying something. So anyway, I had to spend the next hour calling up eBay, calling up somewhere else.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Young, Free and Coupled. I'm Shamika.
And I'm Issa.
And today's episode is brought to you by
Audible. Okay guys, we have them as a sponsor. So if you go to audibletrial.com/YFAC, I'll put the link down there. You can go on there, you can get a free 30-day trial, you get one free audio book, and it's a really good service because you already like podcasts because you're listening or watching us now, and you get an audio book. So as well as listening to us, you can also listen to audio books, new releases that are out there. So please go to audibletrial.com/YFAC. You're really going to love the service. It's a really, really good service, so we recommend it. All right, guys? We've got more conversation for you today.
Yes.
Last two episodes, we had a really good time getting a bit deeper into like certain aspects of our relationship. So, if you...
Isn't it? What relationships?
Isn't it?
It's only one here.
It's only one that matters.
In every video, do you realise that I do this?
What you trying to do? Crack your neck or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's something to do with pregnancy.
Yeah, because your bones get softer and stuff.
Must
your
be
ligaments.
because, like, I don't know. I just noticed it because every time I do it, I'm like, every time I do it subconsciously, then in my back of my mind, it's like, they must think, why does she keep on doing that to her neck? It's like she got Tourette's or something. I don't know.
She got Tourette's. Can you imagine? Well, I think I say like all the time, so I'm really trying to stop saying like every time I'm talking. So you stop clicking your neck.
Clacking.
Clacking your neck, and I'll try to stop saying like. And you try not to yawn in this one.
You're just going to make me yawn because you just said that.
Yeah. All right, guys. So, thanks for coming back. The last two episodes were really fun to do. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't heard the last two episodes or been on YouTube to check them out, please go and check them out. Okay, just go on YouTube, type in Young, Free and Coupled Podcast, and you'll see all of our stuff come up. You're going to enjoy all of them. Or go to youngfreeandcoupled.com and check out our episodes there that you can listen to, like when you're on the bus or when you're working around the house or you're going for a jog. Listen to us, we'll make you laugh. The main thing of this is that you are in our conversation because we think we have quite a unique view. Loads of stuff has happened to us over the years, and we got stuff to share. Isn't it, darling? Yeah. So, today for us has been a really relaxed day.
Yeah.
Really relaxed. Everyone stayed at home the whole day.
I was in the bedroom just chilling out, enjoying some like me time.
Mm-hmm.
And
me time is good.
Yeah, I came out for something out of the bedroom. I saw one child in the bedroom. I was like, oh, okay, he's in the bedroom watching something on Netflix. Okay. Where's the other two? I come in the front room. Issa's on the computer. One child's watching the TV in the front room. Netflix on the front room TV. Yeah. And one child's on the touchpad watching Netflix. I'm like, what's going on? Because they're usually all together watching something if they're watching something. I was like, what's going on? And Issa was like, oh, it's a social media day. I was like, oh, okay, you know.
Yeah, man, digital entertainment, all sorts of stuff.
It was just
going
funny
on.
when I saw one in the bedroom, and three were in the front room well, 3 men were in the front room, but the 2 other children were on the round chair, but one was watching TV and one had a touchpad. It was just so funny. I was like, what? What's going on?
It was so funny, wasn't it? I remember when you came in and you said it, and it kind of clicked in my head, and I was like, oh yeah, we're all on a different device. It's quite cool. I'm really into technology anyway, so obviously the boys are getting into that. They're learning about how to use different stuff, which I think is really good nowadays, because technology is where it's at now. You know, the way that you consume content, there's so many different ways. We don't even watch television because we've got Netflix, we've got our tablet, we've got YouTube, we've got the phone, we've got laptop. You know, it's good that the kids it's normal to them, but obviously not too much, because although when you came in you saw that this was in the afternoon, I think I'd only let them start playing like about an hour before you came in. Obviously throughout the day, sometimes what the boys do, they ask, like, well, they spend more time with you, but I've been at home a lot recently, and in the morning and stuff, they'll come, oh, can we play on our 3DS? It's like, no, just chill out.
Find something to do.
Yeah, find something. And they normally draw. If I could find, look,
the
just
pile of
yeah,
books
this is a good
that they do. They make their little books, and
this is a good excuse to show you guys something. Sorry, I had to.
And that's not even all of it.
This is not all of it, right? So, guys, if you're listening, go on YouTube and check this out. Look, they make all these books. I don't know if you can even see them properly. They're books, little stories. This one's about Super Mario and Luigi meets something, and they like Mario. These are all about Mario. All right, Mario. This is about Mario. All of these are books. They get the paper, okay? They fold it up, and they make a book with drawings and pictures
and writing
and their stories. All of these are books. We got some authors in our house.
That looks like it's all Ezekiel's. It doesn't even look like that's both of them.
These look like they're all Ezekiel's. And this is just what's here.
He's got more in the green drawer as well.
This is just what's in the front room. They've got more in their room. Our kids love to draw and write and think of stories. And so we're very careful. Shamika's even better at it than me, making sure that they're not on the game too much. When I kind of go on laptop and stuff, I kind of get a bit in my own world. So sometimes the kids can get away with a lot more. But we make sure that the kids are very creative and they're not just on something, innit, babe? It's very, very important. So yeah, today was a lovely day, man. I hope you guys had a good day too.
It was a great day.
It was a great, great day. Yeah, babes. So it's just been a chill day.
Yeah.
Very much so. I've been thinking I've been thinking a lot. I need to go on Audible myself.
That's what I was thinking when you were just saying that.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna sign up and.
You're gonna sign up, yeah? Yeah, man. You should, babe, because when you go on there and you see. But you signed up
already, haven't you?
I have signed up, and when you go on there, there's books for children that are like from 1-year-olds just to play and let them listen to probably before they go to bed or something.
Yeah.
But there's books for everything, you know. So, me personally, I don't read enough. Today, it was that kind of a day, and I always think, oh, wouldn't it be good for me and the boys to sit down and read for like an hour? So to kind of say, all right, boys, everyone get a book. We're going to read for 1 hour, and then after that, we're going to tell everyone what we read. I always think that. I don't do it enough. So maybe what we could do is find a book as a family and listen to the book and probably do something like cut it off after 1 hour.
If they've got the Secret Seven.
They might.
Because I've read like five of them. We got to the 5th one. But since it's been holidays, I haven't really been reading much with the kids.
Yeah.
Me and Zeke always had, every day we read a few chapters of The Secret Seven. He's so into it. But
He loves it, innit?
Like, we could listen to some as well.
It's true.
'Cause
Yeah,
sometimes,
we
like,
should.
I think it's because I'm pregnant. I know I always say that, but it's the truth, yeah? Okay?
You're funny.
You know, sometimes when I'm reading to him, sometimes I fall asleep. And I'm like, okay, Zeke, you carry on reading it. I'm gonna listen, but
And he'll go off and read.
No, he won't. He'll stay next to me, but he'll read it. He'll read it. But that would help as well if we could listen to some. I read some, he reads some, listen to some. You know, take it in turns.
To like not just read it. It's
just
true.
just to hear a different narrator.
Yeah.
Because like when I read dramatic, but somebody else could bring something new to it. You know. So
and those books are very the way they have little effects and stuff, and obviously they're not just reading like and then he went to. They read very.
Reminds me of a thing that when I used to live in Streatham Vale. I remember...
Hold that thought for me.
Okay.
Can you remember that?
Yes.
Just to finish what I was saying, because I said to myself, when I start saying something, I'm going to make sure I finish in case someone is listening and they're like, what was he going to say? What I was going to say was, thinking about it, I was thinking we could listen as a family or a group of us for an hour, and then each of us can continue the story, make up our story from where it left off.
Okay.
You know, things like that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that we do when we go to the park or when we're walking to go somewhere. So that's a good idea for us to do. And you guys think of stuff and comment to us. Anyway, go on, babe.
Not anyway. That's a good point. Yeah. When I was younger, I remember like doing some. I can't remember. Me and Jude Jude, my oldest brother. Well, my oldest brother on my mum's side. But he's the oldest brother that I grew up with. We were in the room making a story, and it's weird because like a lot of my life Jude wasn't really there because he's much older, so by the time I got of age he had already left the house or you know gone to live with my dad or I don't know. But this was in Streatham, so he was still like early teens, and I remember we had like we got sound effects and I don't know if we made up the story or if it was a story, but it was so fun. But we got different, like we had leaves, we had a rustly bag, and then we was telling the story about how we was walking through the jungle, walking through the forest, and you made up the sounds.
Oh, like with paper or something?
No, we had leaves or something like.
Wow.
But that's a good idea. I think I might do that with the boys. But I'm just remembering. It just came to me. It was like, yeah.
That's the kind of things you remember. You don't remember sitting down and watching TV, like with you remember doing that, but you're not going to remember. Oh, remember that time when we sat down together and watched that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something? You're not going to remember that. You're going to remember what you watched. With like the story that you said, you're going to remember things like that because that's proper interaction.
I never remember that for however long, but because we were just speaking about that,
you thought about
it. It came to mind like that we. And that I think we only did it ever once, but I just remember it was fun. It was fun. Yeah.
So yeah, you know, books are important. Very important part of life.
Anyways, on to the next topic. Issa, what's the
That
next
was a nice transition. You tell me. You come on. You bring
the
the people
topic,
in. Bring them in.
I was thinking today of discussing this thing. Okay, guys, what would you do if you're married or
Why are your eyes like this?
Oh, I don't know.
That's okay.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking like you're married or you have a partner or and you know your husband comes home one day with a container of food. and he said, and then you say, oh,
I know what you're gonna
He says, oh yeah, such and such from work gave me this food to take home. And what would you do? Because let me tell you, this is what happened. And I was like, what? Why are they giving you food? And Issa was like, okay, yeah, the person from where from Sierra Leone and whatever, you just talk and stuff, and she just gave me this food. Well, am I wrong? Did you say she just gave you food? She just gave you food, didn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Now I'm thinking, I really couldn't understand why she would give. This person knows that he's married. I can't understand why a woman would give a man food to take home. Like, there's something that I just couldn't understand. I was like, this is like, it's very weird. Why, like, what is he supposed to do? Is my husband supposed to eat the food while the food I cook, me and my kids eat, and then he eats your food? And I was just very confusing to me. And then I'm just thinking, you know, this could open up a conversation about overstepping boundaries and, like, really and truly, you overstepped. Yeah, and to me, that is a liberty. Why are you sending food home with my husband? I really can't understand. When I saw the food, I was like, take it. I said, no, I said, take it back. And this was like, yeah, I'm just going to throw it in the bin. I was like, no, don't throw it in the bin. Take it back and say that your wife said, don't send back no food. Now, I don't know if Issa did that, but I just thought, like, you know, it's not even this. I'm not being disrespectful to anybody by being like that. And no, I don't see it as, oh yeah, they were just being nice. And no, why would you send food home to somebody who's married? It doesn't make any sense. That's not, you didn't go to a party together. He didn't come to your house for dinner and you sent him back with food. You came to work with a container of food for him. He doesn't even know what it was, what's in it, what's prepared. You just sent food. That just sounds like witchcraft to me, as far as I'm concerned.
You just went deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to tell you my side, I remember, like, this person at work, it's funny because, like, we work the similar kind of hours. Obviously, in the job that I work, you don't work with people when you're actually working. You're by yourself. And, like, the only times you'll see people is in your break or when you finish work. You know, after work, sometimes you see people. Sometimes you might see people for long. But this person had a similar shift pattern to me. So, I'll see this lady quite often. And she's from the same country that my dad is from. So, basically, talk to her after work. Oh, how did work go? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, you know, whatever. Yeah, blah, blah. Talk. All right, see you later. Go home. In the morning, similar start time. Sometimes see her. Oh, hi, you alright? How you doing?
Nice conversation.
Yeah, what's up? How's And then it's funny because, like, she gave me one day. She gave me the food, and I was like, she gave me the food. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, what's? Oh, I made some food for you. I was like, oh, okay. All right. What is it? Oh, it was like some
African food.
Yeah, it was like, it wasn't even African food. It was like noodles kind of with like a stew. So the stew was African.
Yeah, so was it African food?
Yeah, the stew was the African part of it, but it wasn't like fully African food, innit? And so then I was like, okay, well, all right, well, yeah, all right, thanks, you know. Not really thinking, I'd never been in that situation before where someone's like giving me food like that. So then after everything, come home, and I wasn't even thinking like, you know, yeah, I can't wait to eat this food. It's like, thinking back on it, when the food was offered to me, I should have been like, oh, thanks, but no thanks. It's all right. I got food. I got food at home. It's not even like, yeah, I'm so hungry and I don't even really eat out. It's for me because it says, oh, you know, I'll be like, oh, I don't know. Really. I kind of end up eating a bit of your food, but I'm more likely to say no. You because food. Like the way the food and stuff, whatever, my own little things that I think. Thinking back on it, that's what I should have said. But you know, like, you take something and it's like, okay, you don't even think about it. I was at work.
You're just being polite, like, okay, yeah, thank you. You're not thinking about it.
Yeah, oh, you giving me something.
But that's how some people play. Like, they play on, oh yeah, he's gonna take it.
Yeah. So yeah, and then when I got home, still not really even thinking about the food. Still not even really thinking, like, really caring about the food. Oh yeah, like, yeah, there's some food there. Someone from work. It's like, what? And then when Chumiko was explaining it to me, that's when I was realizing more, like, oh, you know, it's true, you know. Why should I even take food from someone? And in marriage, I was speaking about this yesterday in our Bible study. Yeah.
In K group.
Yeah, it's called the Bible studies I go to is called K group. Yeah. And I was thinking about, like, or talking, because people were asking me stuff, And I was like, yeah, one thing I said, in marriage, a small thing can get bigger and bigger and bigger. And sometimes you can blatantly see that it's getting bigger, but the bad thing is sometimes you can't see that it's getting bigger. It's just in the background simmering away. And before you know it, this small little thing has become a massive thing, or it becomes an argument, or it becomes something negative, innit? That was one of those things where after I realised to myself, why am I even taking food from someone? I don't even eat out. This person isn't like my mum or like my sister. Do you know what I mean?
Or a friend.
Yeah, okay, friend, like a really good friend.
Yeah, it's not like a friend. It's a work colleague that you talk to.
Yeah.
If you don't do you, I don't know if you speak out of work or.
No, it's someone that I would see every day though.
You interact with, yeah.
Yeah, so that's my. Cause it's your turn the story, but that's like the backstory, like how it. Because we couldn't know nothing about it until the food came here. So that's what I like. Afterwards, it was a lesson. Because it was like, why did I even take the food anyway? Like, there's no need for it.
I just can't imagine me making food and taking it to somebody at work who is married. I just can't. When I think about it, it's just like, what could possibly make me do that? Unless, I just don't know. And you know what? Maybe that person was naive or innocent in what they were doing, but I doubt it. And I doubt it. I just doubt it. I just think like, that's just disrespectful. Like
that's what it comes down to for you, isn't it?
And you know
it's like
what?
a disrespect because you make the food.
Because like, you didn't send a big bowl for you and your family. She sent food for you alone to come in the house with and eat somebody else's food. Like, you wasn't at a party. You know, I could understand if you was at a party or something like that, but you weren't. She just she thought of you, like, just to bring food for you. And, you know, you can't just eat from anybody, you know. You can't, like. And when you said, oh, yeah, I'm going to put it in the bin, I said, no, you have to actually take that back. Because you actually accepted it from the person. You don't know what you're accepting. When you accepted that food, you don't know what else you're accepting along with it. As far as I'm concerned, because, you know, there are spiritual things at work, yeah? And I'm not saying that something happened, but I don't know. I don't know this person's intentions. I don't know them like that. I've met them since then, but before that, I didn't know that person at all. I didn't know what they looked like, who they were, whatever. I'm thinking, no, like, you need to take it back to that person and tell them that your wife said, do not send any more food. Do not send it back. When you receive something and you don't know what it is, you need to send it back to the owner. As far as I'm concerned, like,
yeah,
if you put it in the bin, you still accepted it and no, I don't want that in my house.
Yeah,
in my bin. No, take it back. So,
and I'm like that as well. With it's obviously going to be more with people that I don't know, but I don't like to take things from people. And I feel like disrespected. Like, disrespected isn't the right word, but I feel like, oh, why are you doing this to me? You know, like when you get like a scam call, not a scam caller, but a cold caller, and you could be doing anything. This person calls you and it's like, yeah, I'm calling to see you. Oh, did you have an accident?
They
it's
get
like,
straight into the
it's
conversation.
Like, what? Who
Yeah.
are you? It's like, yeah, I'm David. Am I speaking to XYZ? It's like, what? Who is? Tell me who you are. You don't know what I'm doing in my life. You don't know what I'm...
It's the way they invite themselves into the conversation.
Yes.
So that you pick up the phone and they're straight into... Like, hold on.
And it's like,
who is
whoa,
this?
like...
Who are you? Where are you from? Why are you questioning me? Yeah.
Exactly. And with them, you know how I handle them. You guys don't know, but I handle them in a way... You've got on my nerves, so I'm going to get on your nerves also. I do things like I leave the phone on and I leave it somewhere, or... I'll be like, I just, you know, make them not even want to talk to me. mainly now I just block everything. But you know, it's different with this situation because the way it happened, it was like, oh, you know, here you go. Just, you know, it's like, oh. But anyway, it's a lesson learned. But Shamika was saying that was something I want. That's something like we should talk about one day because I remember that time and afterwards I was like, yeah, man. I think, you know, the food that Shamika makes. I'm not just saying this. It's nice. That's why I don't like to eat takeaway because I'd always just want Shamika to cook.
Even if I didn't cook good, even if my cooking was rubbish, even if I didn't cook, Issa, it's a disrespect. I would not be cooking food and taking it to somebody who is married. I wouldn't even be taking it to somebody who's not married unless they ask me for something or like what makes me think that they need my food? Like why would I like? Okay. That's a bit harsh. Maybe I might see somebody in need and be like, okay, take them.
Yeah,
but
that's
if they're married, no, you did. That's just something that you don't do. Unless you went and asked her for food. Did you ask her for food?
No.
Then what reason does she think that she has any right to send food with you? That's just like, to me, that's weird. And when weird pops up, it's like, no.
Let's not even get involved.
Something's not right. This is not a young person. It's not like that person's like our age and above.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
older than us.
You know, don't play innocent. Play innocent, but whoever that person was, they knew what they were doing. And I don't know what they were doing, but no, man. So I wanted to bring up to see, like, I wanted you guys to tell me what you think about that. How would you feel if somebody sent home food with your partner? How would you feel? How would you feel if I came home with a content? Because men cook good as well. What would you feel like if I came home and said, "Oh yeah, such and such from work gave me this food"? What
if it was someone I didn't know, I'll be like, "Why is this? What happened? Are they selling food at work or, you know what I mean?" And if not, if it's just food, I'll be like, "That's weird," you know. Why is that person making you food? I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense that somebody...
Let me speak to that person and see why they get... You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. Like, I want to understand why this is happening. So, yeah, it's quite interesting. What do you think people are going to...
I think people will think that's disrespectful. I asked a few people myself, like my peers and stuff. I was just like, look, this is what happened. Don't you think that's a liberty? They was like... But why did they give the food? And I was like, exactly. Like, I can't tell anybody why the food was given. I don't understand why food was given. But all I know is that from young, my mum told me don't take food from anybody. You know? You don't just take food from anybody. Because you don't know what's in the food and whatever. You just don't take food from people. And I'm sorry, but I believe that woman knew that you don't take food from anybody, and I don't know what trickery she was playing, but you think I'm being harsh?
No, I think when we first started, like when you said like, oh, why, you know, because up until that point, you know, I'm at work, you know what I'm like at work, innit? I'm just like a robot. I'm not in my element. I'm not so happy to be doing that work. I prefer to be somewhere else. So it's just like, until I get home, then it's like, yes, I'm not at work anymore.
But because you're a friendly person, you can talk to anybody. I think people might take that as, oh yeah, as weakness and just think, you know.
I'm sure some people do. I'm sure. Because a lot of the people that I talk to, even our neighbour that lives downstairs, he's a big grown man. And I talk to him quite a lot, and he said that he said he used to be even more of a kind person. But as he said like when he got a little bit older than me, things started happening to him. The way people were treating him, it was like he realized he had to change his character a bit because people were really taking a mick. And he says to me like, yeah, man, you know, you just have to not let people take liberties and just watch people that are all nice. You have to keep an eye on them because you never know when someone's going to come and do something to you. They're not going to be like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do to you, this bad
No,
thing.
they're gonna be like
They're gonna be
nice.
very nice.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want you to change your character. I want you to, but to me, I think your character is good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with your character. I don't ever want you to change because of other people or how other people treat you. It's okay because they think that everything that because you are kind and stuff. I just leave it as that because behind every because yes, you have that side, but you're not stupid. Like you're not like if things need to be said, you will say it, innit? So.
And that was the first time anything like that's ever happened to me as well.
Yeah.
Like, no one's ever said to me, like, oh, here's some food. Like, oh, okay. But anyway, it's a lesson learned. So, who knows what situation someone might come at you with and be like, yeah, Shamika, yeah, this person tried to do this. And, yeah, so I had to tell them. So, yeah.
So, anyways, that's what I thought about talking about because I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I just think like, what good intention was there in you giving somebody food? You was never skinny and malnourished looking.
No like, skinniness.
You worked at that stage. You was working morning, so you never saw them during a dinner time period of work. So like, I just think there was foul play, and I hope the person hears this.
So you still feel quite strongly about it?
No, like, I feel strongly about the fact that who do you think you're kidding? Who did that person think that they were kidding? Who did like you Anyways, back to the owner.
Back to
whatever
owner.
Whatever was in that thing. Went back
Return
to the
to
owner,
sender.
so return to sender.
We spoke. I think in our church we had a message about that. When people are trying to be all nice and give you something that's not good, and you have to learn how to be like return to sender.
Yeah, because
before you even.
Because like I've seen that person, and when I say, "Oh hi," but I never actually brought up the situation with that person because I don't really think it's.
You don't know them that.
No, not even that. It's not my argument. You didn't give me anything. You know, it's not. But I can talk on this and say it and be like, who was you fooling? If that person listens and has a problem, they can come and approach me and we can have this conversation out. I don't mind because I just think it's utter liberties that you would send food home to a married man. What for? This makes no sense. And no, this is not like. I don't harbour any feelings or anything, but it's a situation that I thought about and I thought, let's talk about it because it's like, it's just not to me, that's not normal. Unless you go to a party and you take food home or
from the
or
party.
You go, yeah,
but that's a different, that's entirely
yeah.
different. That's lots of people together eating food, so that's different, isn't it? No, you're right. So you want to leave it out there for the people, yeah?
Yeah. I want to know what you guys think. That's it.
All right.
Because I'm going to keep on going on about the same things over and over again.
Okay, well,
so, yeah.
I've got something to carry that on. The funny thing about what we're saying, the funny thing about what we're talking about, the other day, me and Shamika were sitting down. I was probably lying down, watching a film. I wasn't falling asleep. I was awake. I had energy. It was a good film. We're enjoying it. It's late. It's about 11:30 in the night. Okay, I'm not on the laptop, nothing. We're enjoying it. I get a thing on my phone. My phone lights up. I look at my phone. Okay, what's this? Oh, yes. Thank you for buying this item.
I just realised what you said.
Your purchase has gone through. Here's a tracking number. This is what you bought. And the thing that like, it said I had bought something, but I hadn't bought anything.
And it came to this address.
Yes.
Well, after this situation.
It came to this address. So I thought, I must have got someone else's email or something's wrong. Because the thing that it was, there's no way I bought that thing. It's, someone is
like,
trying
can
something.
I just set a bit of the scene? So we're watching the film and getting into a good part of the film. Then all I heard is, what? That's all I heard. And then I asked him what happened, and then he started telling me. So
that was the moment when I really looked at what was being sent to me,
it was like
that I had paid for,
out of me.
and I was like, what is this? Someone is trying something. So anyway, I had to spend the next hour calling up eBay, calling up somewhere else. No.
Why?
I don't want to even mention the thing that it was, because I don't want people out there thinking, oh, maybe he did order it then. Who knows? If you want to know what it is, then message me and I can personally message you back at, haha, this is what it was. But, it's to me, I was laughing about the thing that it was, and the image of the thing was there as well. Yeah, it's okay because
he was vexed. He was vexed.
I don't get vexed often. Whoever sent that to me,
Issa was like, somebody's playing games with me, man. It was this person.
and I can't even. It's not like I can I have no idea who could have done it. Someone found a way to get into my banking stuff. And they decided this thing cost like £16 or something. It wasn't even like they drained out my bank account. So it was just weird. And I think I asked Shamika, is this a...
No, when did that happen? That happened like maybe 3-4 days ago. And today he comes in the bedroom and was like, Shamika, I'm just on the bed. He comes in out of the blue and was like, Shamika, with a bit of a smirk on his face, did you send that thing? I was like, no, I didn't send it. It's like, are you sure you wasn't pranking me? I was like, no. I don't even use your PayPal or I don't even order anything off of eBay. I only just started ordering stuff from Amazon. And I was like, no, it's not a prank. There's what you thought I filmed it. He said, yeah, you might have filmed it. And I was like, no, I did not do that. And I really didn't do that.
So
the thing that was sent to me, I wouldn't send that to him as a joke. I think that's just out of order. That's why
it's rude, isn't it?
No, it's out of order. It's out of order.
If I knew the person, if there was a way for me to find the person who sent it,
okay,
no matter where they lived. No. I'm just saying. No, I won't do anything to them. But I would be tempted to actually go find out where they live and go to them, and just be like,
"That's why I said,
come, let's talk about this thing that you sent to me. Now, do you still want to talk? You still think it's so." Yeah, and it's funny that happened because we're talking about accepting something. Did I accept that? Even in the morning?
The postman, when he brought it, he rang the bell and he said, I've got a package. And when Issa went to the door, it was outside the front door.
Basically...
And outside the front door is where it still is.
Basically, yeah, the postman rang our buzzer. We don't live on the ground floor. You have to walk up steps to get to our house, yeah? Okay, it's early. I'm a bit tired. I answer it. Oh yeah, postman. Oh, your parcel's here. Okay, all right, thanks. 1 minute. Put down the intercom. Put my shorts and my trousers on, innit, babe? Put my slippers or trainers, whatever, on. Open my front door to go downstairs and tell the postman, I have a pretty good idea of what it is. I'm not accepting it, so please take it back. Come to find out, the postman had come into the block where we live.
Innit?
He came up all the way up over 30 steps
and just left it.
Put the package outside our front door. Didn't knock the door or nothing.
Well, he already rang the buzzer, so he knew we were in.
No, but let's paint the picture here. Royal Mail, yeah. This is how 90% whatever of our parcels get delivered in the UK. He came all the way up the stairs. He didn't ring or knock on my front door because I was awake at that point. Left the parcel in front of my front door and then went all the way back downstairs to ring the intercom to tell me that my parcel's here. So obviously, I open the door and see the parcel and I'm thinking, why did the postman do that? I'm really baffled. Cool. Pick up the parcel, go downstairs, try and find him. Nowhere to be seen. So anyway, that parcel, if I have time, will get sent back. I don't know what I'm going to do. I
But
might
you're
have
not
to go
gonna
in the bin.
You have to put it. You have to take it to the
Return to sender, like what we
to
said.
yeah, but
Sorting office.
don't put it in the bin. Take it to the sorting office. I think that's the best thing to do.
So something that happened a while ago related to something that happened now. We were talking about stories and stuff. There's 2 stories for you, innit?
Yeah, and I'm very careful of the things that I receive and from whom. I don't just like to take things from any and anybody. People think, oh, wow, it's okay. No, I don't know you. It's like when you see those people in the streets and they're handing out these kind of little leaflets about...
Push it in front of your face.
Yeah,
no?
I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I don't know where it's come from. I don't know what it's to do with. I don't want it. Yeah? I don't like to take things from people like that because, like, I don't know what it is. Like, sometimes you see people in the streets and they're trying to hand you little cards of something's healing or what. I'm not taking it. What kind of healing? There's only one healer in my eyes, and that's Jesus Christ. So what are you giving me? I don't want to know. I don't want to take it. I don't want to touch it because I don't know what I'm touching and what I'm taking. Like, sometimes people can only get to you if you allow them to. So you just have to put a stop to it. And, sometimes it's like, oh, yeah, but, that's not nice. Be nice.
That's what people use to make you do stuff. You can't
always just be nice.
Yeah.
Because when you be nice, sometimes you hurt yourself in the process. If somebody feels hurt because you don't accept something that they want to give you, that is a problem on their side. Because why are you upset? Just because you're offering does not mean that I have to take. I'm not obligated to anybody on this earth, So.
Yeah. Return to sender. Maybe that's what we'll call this one. And yeah, I don't know. That was a while ago. And you kind of learn in life. Sometimes things happen to you, and if you don't learn from it, it happens again, and it really messes you up. So trust me, I've learned from that about accepting anything from people, especially things that you're going to consume or that's going to be consumed into your body. Creams, drink, food, you have to be real careful. So guys, you just get back to us, let us know what you think.
This is the time for you to tell me, Shamika, you're overreacting, or Shamika, I'm with you on that one. Somebody did that. Yeah, return it back to the sender.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, guys, thank you, man. Thank you for watching us. We appreciate the love. What's our website address?
I always say www.
Yeah, I know.
www.youngfreeandcoupled.com.
And our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Young, the number 3, and then Coupled. And subscribe to the audio. Okay? Why do we say that? Well, if you're already subscribed, well done. If you like to come in and just listen, thank you. Yeah? What you're doing is great. We like you for that, for checking us out, and we're appreciative. But the best thing that you can do to help the podcast, if you enjoy it, subscribe. If you got an iPhone, go on our website. On the home page, you'll see a little iTunes symbol. Click it and subscribe.
Yeah.
If you got an Android, go to www.youngfreeandcouple.com. Subscribe -on -Android, and I've got some steps for you to subscribe. It really is good, because then when our episode comes out, you get that stuff.
And comment. Even if you have a small thing to say, just comment. I just want to know what you guys think. I don't want it to be just me and Issa. I'm with him all the time. Why do you think we're doing this podcast? We're trying to reach out to you guys. Build this thing, build this family up.
That's right.
So comment, tell us what you think.
Any situations that you've been in, any situation that you've seen, something that someone's given you and then you really regretted it because that person held it over you for ages, or there's people out there that do that. They give you something and it's like, oh, I gave you this, so why are you acting like you gave me that 10 years ago?
Remember, a long time when we was in a relationship, when we first started, you wanted to give me money and buy me shopping and stuff. I never took nothing from you.
Yeah,
I didn't take nothing from him, because until you know somebody's intentions, you don't take anything from them. Like, you know, some people like to just take stuff from men, you know. Some women like to take stuff from, oh yeah, bops demand them. Okay, you do that. Yeah, because me, I won't do that. I won't do that, because you don't know what that person's intentions are and what they're expecting from you. So just be careful when you're taking things.
All my women independent, throw your hands up at me.
So
Every time
guys-
Shamika does, sorry babe,
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
Anytime
I was
Shamika
trying to
does
cut
that,
him off, but it didn't work.
you ain't cutting me off. Anytime Shamika tells me these, sometimes Shamika will be like, I'll be like, oh babe, do you want help with that? No, I'll do it myself. Like, I don't know, carrying something or whatever. And I always more think in my head, but before I always sing that song, that's why she's laughing like that, because she's an independent woman. That's why I love her.
I'm not independent. We're codependent.
No, we are, but you are independent.
I do but the things that I can do, I do, yeah.
Yes, you can do a lot by yourself. I can do a lot by myself, but we choose to work together because we know we're stronger. But it's still good to know that the person you're with is independent in their own right too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what were you going to say?
I was just going to close the discussion
Yeah, guys.
by saying bye, guys. I'll see you for another episode of Young, Free and Coupled.
Do you want me to say something?
No, I was going to say something, but then it went out my head. So, yeah. Bye.